All right, happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to the discount. I hope you all had a wonderful week and are having a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Sunday. As always, we're going to break down the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, semiconductors, and the two majors in crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Where are they today, and what are they telling us moving forward? Well, if you remember from last week, we're talking about looking for a sign or signal of a trend change. We started out shorting the 786 retrace right here on the SPY, as well as the semiconductors. We started some put options right here at about 160.5. Nothing big, but still we are in the camp that we're looking now for the opposite direction since we've been long this entire move with several trades, whether it be the indexes or the short squeezes on Carvana up 100, 200, 400% on some of our longs. So we took profit and now we're saying, okay, things are getting a little extended here. This is a great area to hedge our bets, and let's pull the trigger on some put options. Nothing crazy, just something to hedge some of our spot longs in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of our swing trades that we just took profit from. All right, so where are we today? Let's start out on the weekly chart. This is an uptrend, very, very strong uptrend. We've been saying that this is a bull market above, remember, above this trend line, and it is a bear market below this trend line. Look at how perfectly it came down and retested this down trend line, this bear market in 2022, and took off to the races. So the weekly chart is extremely bullish. It's extremely bullish for the NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, the IWM, which we are currently long, down from 178. It is now approaching 200 as prescribed. Great trade. And the semiconductors have closed the week above all-time highs. This is extremely bullish. But that doesn't mean that we are not on our toes looking for a late summer, classic autumn pullback. 5-10% in the indices would be normal. So let's try to capture that if we can. So let's go into the daily chart. So I want to adjust this trend line a little bit and show you what the ultimate upside target for the SPY could be. Well, I'm going to connect this pivot point, okay? Very important pivot point here. As you can see, it broke out, retested, broke through. So zooming in here on the daily chart, we had a pretty decent trend change, a reversal candle on the daily chart here, as you can see. However, it closed healthily above the 786 retrace and had a great rally on Friday. Again, we are in the summer doldrums, lighter volume. Institutions are on vacation in the Hamptons, at the Jersey Shore, in Europe, wherever they may be. So we are looking very bullish still above and closing above the 786 retrace on the SPY. And until and unless we get below here on a daily close, that is going to continue to be the case. We want to see this get below here, fill this gap. That's going to be our first take one profit on those put options. And then again, we want to see it come even lower, right? And even come down further and fill this gap closer to 420 and 425 on the SPY. But that doesn't mean that this even has to happen, right? This could break out to all-time highs, to close to all-time highs before we see some type of trend change, if we are going to see some type of trend change. And we're going to be looking in our Telegram channel. You will be notified in our Telegram channel for other long plays as the markets remain bullish, if the markets remain bullish. So again, just keep an eye on this very important 786 retrace level. It coincides with about 452 on the SPY. It's going to tell you everything you need to know for the weeks ahead. All right, the QQQ, again, the weekly chart is bullish, to say the least. Now, this is starting to look a little toppier than the SPY. We mentioned this in the update, the midweek update as well. And it is also closing above its 786 retrace at about 376. So that is the important level on the QQQ, the NASDAQ, that you want to pay attention to. If we get some type of close and break below, that could be a signal that things are going to get bearish for the foreseeable future. As long as we stay above, again, there's nothing to say that we can't rally towards and break all-time highs on the QQQ, the NASDAQ. Again, this is an extremely strong market here. All right, so pulling back, adding my simple moving averages, my 20, 50, 100, and 200 period moving average, and volume. So again, as you can see here, the volume has been steadily decreasing with this rally. And this was that inflection point, right? That really signified the bottom and where this bull market took off. So we're into some heavy levels here. We're close to all-time highs. This is going to be a very important few weeks ahead, as typically markets, when they get into these major areas here, the time of the year, again, classic to see some type of pullback, late August, autumn, and we're very extended, right, from our moving averages. I would expect at least, if the NASDAQ is going to pull back, to get back to its 50 period moving average and as well its 100 period moving average, which coincides with that 618 retrace and $350 level. All right, so we were long the Russell 2000, the next major index, our favorite market leading indicator. So what would we be looking for? The ultimate target here on the Russell, we do a simple measured move here. I think the Russell should get back to its 786 retrace, at least to 215 on the Russell. But that doesn't mean we can't pull back first, satisfy some of our put option plays, but we are long the Russell to play catch up. Similar to Ethereum, as Ethereum has been lagging and needs to play catch up if the Bitcoin move is going to continue. Similar to the Russell right here. Russell needs to play catch up if this bull market is going to continue. Needs to play catch up to the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So let's zoom in on the daily chart here. Again, making this bullish consolidation pattern, should be breaking out to the upside if markets are going to continue. We did have a nice reversal, similar across the board, right? That one reversal day on Thursday. But in my opinion, the Russell has a lot more upside to go right now. So if we were to see some type of pullback in the markets anytime soon, the Russell should hold up better, and we should get this continuation move up towards 200 and past it. Let's see what we get. Keep an eye on this breakdown candle. The low comes in at 193.18. You're going to notice if markets are pulling back, everything should be pulling back. And if we get below here, don't be surprised to see lower prices on the board. All right, the semiconductors, last but not least on the major indices here. Extremely bullish. It is the first index that I pay attention to all the time that closed weekly finally above its all-time highs, validating this bull market across the board. Now, pulling into the daily chart, again, I am still in the camp that this is a rising wedgish type pattern, and it is looking kind of exhausted, right? The time of year. So we pulled the trigger on some put options. Now, could we get one of these and into September see some type of pullback here and fill this gap right here between 137 spot 50 and 131 spot 55? Absolutely would be totally normal in an uptrending market, right? The markets go up, the markets pull back, the markets go up, the markets consolidate. Well, we just broke out significantly on the SMH for the past couple of months here. And now we're getting into that classic topping out pattern. So let's see what we get. The most bullish scenario is going to be staying above all-time highs for the SMH, right? Continuing consolidation and just continuing to break out, in which we will see this and we will play some individual stocks for the long side to hedge our bets and take the loss on those put options. So head on over to the Telegram channel. The link is in the description if you haven't joined already. It is completely free. All right, we're going to start off here with Bitcoin and Ethereum as always, but first on the weekly chart. So what do we have here on the weekly chart? Well, obviously this is an uptrending market, right? We don't really want to fight an uptrending market with too much bias. to the downside. But something I want to just point out on the weekly chart, we had a pretty ugly candle here, albeit it is a consolidation zone for a bullish uptrending market. This candle right here is a topping candle. Would love to see some type of retrace into that candle to pull the trigger on maybe a day trade or slightly small swing trade short and start to look long in that $28,000 to $27,000 range, and it would obviously look wrong below this weekly candle low. Let's clean this up and get into the daily chart. All right, so the Bitcoin daily chart, we are still in that uptrend. We are bouncing off of this uptrend beautifully. Something to watch out for is the higher highs are getting a little less high. And so I'm looking for a pullback into this Fibonacci retracement level at about 28,000 all the way down to just shy of 25,500. And this is the weekly low. I want to see how it interacts in this zone and when we're going to be pulling the trigger on a long trade, a swing trade. That's going to be in the Telegram channel. The reason why we think this is going to pull back, as you can tell, this Bart Simpson pattern we called out from a couple weeks ago, it didn't get high enough for us to play the short side. It took down the price action without us. That's okay. But until and unless Bitcoin can reclaim this big fat round number of 30,000, yep, above this breakdown candle high, this is just a classic bear flag. Could you play the short side up against this high or this high? Absolutely. Again, we're going to be actively trading this in the Telegram channel, but from a longer term swing trade perspective, we want to see this break down to first that $28,000 level and see what we get even further for a reaction in the other direction. So when we decide to pull the trigger, we will notify everyone in the free Telegram channel. Head on over there. The link is in the description. Last but not least, if you are actively trading crypto, if you're looking for a new exchange, or if you're new to trading crypto and looking for an exchange, we are currently trading on Femex. It is a US-friendly crypto trading platform up to 100x leverage, which means you can deposit a small amount of money and use leverage to your benefit. It is just like TradingView. It's just like trading on the TradingView charts. So very user-friendly, very intuitive. The link to Femex is in the description. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email us or DM us on Twitter. We'll be happy to help you out. And last but not least, we partnered with Coin Market Manager. It is the #1 automated journaling and analytics tool for crypto traders. Journaling manually is cumbersome and can be tough. It leads you to forget to journal, which is a no-no for traders. You want to journal all of your trades so you can get better and understand where you're wrong, where you're right, and how you can improve. This is all automated now. They connect to your exchange via API. So when you're done trading for the week, the day, the month, whatever it may be, you log in and you review your trades. Very, very slick platform, guys. The link to Coin Market Manager is in the description of this channel as well. Head on over there. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help you out. All right, now Ethereum, like I said, the Russell 2000 trade for us is to the S&P 500 as the Ethereum trade is to Bitcoin. Why is that? Well, Bitcoin is stronger. Look how much stronger it's been this entire bull run. That's where the money went first. Now, Ethereum should play catch up. And I say should because there is no guarantee in anything, but we're getting to that point in our spot longs where we're looking for upside to Ethereum. I think ultimately this tops out at about 3,000 if the bull trend is going to continue. Now, this is the weekly chart. Let's head finer into the daily chart. All right, so we have a Fibonacci retrace sequence here, drawn from the top in 2021 down to the bottom in 2022. And zooming in here, we have that similar trend line here on Ethereum. And if I draw another trend line in here, it's starting to look a little squeezy. If we get some type of pullback, I really would love to see Ethereum hold up stronger than Bitcoin, similar to the Russell 2000. And then I want to see it break out of this channel with fervor up to that 382 retrace 2400 on Ethereum. If we don't get that, I wouldn't be surprised either if we get some type of pullback to a double bottom situation here. It fakes everyone out, maybe spikes it and stops people out and comes back in here and rips to the upside. Count on it here I can see this happening very easily, which is why we're not going to blindly take trades. We're going to wait for trades to come in and then reassess, wait for some type of bottom to form on an hourly chart and then a 10-minute chart, and notify the members in the Telegram channel. Now, the ultimate bear scenario, right? If things aren't going to continue, right, and the bull market is pretty toast, well, this level here is going to break down and we're going to see some lower prices, probably to about 1300 easily. So this is pretty much game time if we're going to get some type of pullback across the indices and across crypto. But we're in the summer months. Let's see what we get. Perhaps we also just hold strong here, which is why we have spot longs. And we're going to hold strong here and just break out off of this level. That is certainly possible. Maybe even tag this trend line around here. I could see that happening as well. So keep an eye on Ethereum again for either consolidation in this channel for a breakout or a fake out rip below this upsloping trend line back into the channel and break out to the upside. And again, head on over to the Telegram channel. We also just launched our live day trading room. You could try it 7 days for $7. If you don't want to use your money to day trade, we've also partnered up with Apex Trader Funding. All the trades are called out live over the microphone, transparent profit and loss, and our head trader consistently makes 50K to 100K per month with educational courses included. The link to the live day trading channel is in the description. Head on over there. We are there every single morning, every single afternoon throughout the day. And traders have been absolutely crushing it in the room, ranging from anywhere from $1,300 for the day upwards of $5,000 a day. Those are just some recent gains from Friday. Everyone is transparent about their profit and loss. So head on over there if you're interested in day trading, looking for side income. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everyone, and we will see you on the charts.